Na kamati ya bunge la taifa kuhusu usalama wa taifa kwa sasa inakutana na mwenyekiti wa tume ya huduma kwa polisi kuhusu swala la malipo ya ziada kwa wale maafisa usalama ambao wamesomea taaluma mbadala kama vile sheria. Mbunge wa Suna Magharibi aliibua swala hilo akidai maafisa hao wamekuwa wakibaguliwa. Tuvuke mubashara kwenye kikao hicho, tusikilize yanayojiri.
We must do the right thing by recognizing achievement and also by recognizing progression of individuals, because they have spent their money to go to school, they have burned the midnight oil to qualify. While it is important to appreciate that, but also I think the caveat is you don't want also to swamp the service. Because at the beginning, those qualifications are good for the individual. It only comes second that the service recognizes that the individuals are out there who can be redesignated. I think you need also to go out of your way to establish how many of such individuals are there in service who would need to be considered for redesignation or even maybe promotion or appointment to different areas so that they can provide the necessary legal counsel, not necessarily practicing, so that they help the existing structure as opposed to just leaving them by the wayside. Yeah, maybe I am guided by our legal counsel here. First, an individual has qualified and they're in the police service. What is it that they can do to tell you that indeed they are qualified members of the court, that they are advocates of the High Court? What process do they go through? And also, secondly, if you understand the numbers, what does it imply as far as budgetary is concerned?
The chair will respond to the second bit first, and then Wakili will respond to the issue of numbers. Is critical, chair and members, that we look at it, because it drives the budget and availability, of course, of that budget. And also, we're glad that the IG and the two DIGs are members of the commission. So when we discuss these matters, the issues of operations now, what you rightly intimated to, that we have to balance with operations so that we don't have all seeking to move out to perform other duties when they were substantially called to secure country at the level of the gun and the barrel. So those are very useful submissions that, Chair, we have taken note of. In the discussions, we will assess the numbers. We'll also assess the possibility of suitability interviews for those that already have the qualifications against the positions that are vacant, and process them so that, remember, we are required to allow everybody to compete, both internally. Normally, in best HR practice, you look internal first. If you don't get enough internally, then you can still go out. So we'll consider all those options, Chair and members, in regard to resolving and also balancing, striking a balance between the predicament that we have officers who have qualified, who have self-developed, and they expect legitimately so to be grown in the service. Allow Wakili to comment on the other aspects.
Chair, on the issue of eligibility, one, the National Police Service Commission will require need analysis from the Inspector General so that we understand exactly how the number of counseling needs and distribution across the services, the APS, KPS, and DCI. Then secondly, we'll require the officers who have since qualified to apply formally to the Commission for a designation, and in the applications to attach necessary documentation, including their law degrees, then their postgraduate diploma from the Kenya School of Law, and a current practicing certificate as proof of eligibility. With that, the Commission should be able to consider the request and process accordingly.
So that responds your...
Mtazamaji, ni kikao kinachoendelea na ni kikao cha kamati ya bunge la taifa kuhusu usalama wa taifa, ambapo mwenyekiti wa tume ya huduma kwa polisi amefika mbele ya kamati hiyo katika kujibu maswali kuhusiana na lile pendekezo la fedha